Hey YouTube, it's Normal Life. Welcome back to my channel with another Gwent video where we're going to show you a Koskchey deck which is pretty fun and can really overwhelm your opponent with points, especially using the Thrive. So we're going to get straight to the deck build, guys. Before we do that, don't forget to follow me on Twitch at Normal Life Gaming. I'll leave a link below. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video and write a comment below. What do you think of this deck? Are you using something like it or something similar? So let's get straight into the deck build. So guys, we're going to go for the deck build and go for each card, and then we're going to talk about the game plan, what we want to try and do for each round to try and win the game. So our leader charge is Force of Nature. Basically, Force of Nature will spawn a woodland spirit, which is a 9-point card. We want that basically because of Thrive, to activate all of our Thrive units, because it's obviously a high value unit. Then we have our stratagem as Cursed Scroll. I love Cursed Scroll, especially with decks that can be slightly disorganized, not a lot of thinning. So Cursed Scroll, it comes basically really helpful in the first round because you want to decide how you're going to play the first round and then how you're going to play the second round. Then talking about all our main cards that we want to use, Sheer Nose. Sheer Nose is basically a high point card, so really good to activate Thrive again, and also it's good for carryover, so really important card to have in our deck. Then we have Old Spear Tip. Old Spear Tip is obviously connected with this sleeping Old Spear Tip. Basically, you should know how this works. You put sleeping Old Spear Tip down, then after 3 turns of the allied's turn, it will then spawn or summon Old Spear Tip for 12 points, then kind of consume that card and then become an 18-point card. But if the Spear Tip who's sleeping is damaged, it will come out as a 12-point card. So really comes in clutch, because obviously 6 points starts Thrive again for our low value Thrive units, and also comes as a big solid point card coming out as well. So really good card to have in there as well for overwhelming your opponent with unit power. Then we have Kikimore Queen. So the Kikimore Queen we want to use from the Thrive. We trigger that, and then also it boosts all our Thrive cards, because as you can see in the description, it will boost all of our allied insectoids by 1 in that row. So we place this in the same row as our other Thrive cards, which are going to be insectoids as well. So this is really good to overpower your opponent with basically boost points for every single turn that you do. Then we have Koshchey. Koshchey is used when we have adrenaline. So we want to take advantage of the adrenaline of this, and then we also use another card to try and copy this, because what Koshchey does, it will then, when it has Thrive on adrenaline, it will then spawn a lava. Now a lava is another insectoid that basically has Thrive, and we're going to put high units down. So we're going to keep our Thrive units boosting and boosting every time we put a high value unit. So we want to have this down because basically if we keep spawning Thrive cards, our opponent is not going to catch up with points. So this is one of the most key cards to win the game. Then we have Naglfar. Basically, this is to thin our deck and find cards that we can't find for the later rounds. So what this basically does, it will pick out 2 random gold cards, and then you pick one, and then it'll place the other one at the top of your deck, so you're going to have that later on. Then we have Caranthir, which basically will spawn a copy of a monster in your hand of 10 provision, nothing more, but it can be less in that row, which is going to be Koskchey, because we want to keep basically spawning as many insectoids as we can from Thrive. So yeah, basically this is going to give us more points as we go. Now we can actually get clogged by using this card, so you need to be careful where you place it, so you keep the Thrive going and you don't clog yourself at the same time. Next we have Toad Prince. Toad Prince has no Thrive, but we have this as control. So our main strategy I'm going to mention is basically having control in the first round. So our opponent passes, then we can get the cards that we want for the final round that we do play. So yeah, Toad Prince is really good. So it consumes a card of a unit with 4 or less. So basically you can get rid of a really important card that you want to keep, which is a 4-point card. Then we have Whispess Tribute. So this basically helps with thinning and also picks out organic cards that we don't have to try and damage our opponent and to control what's happening in the first round. So this picks any organic card that you have in your deck. Then we're going to play the Relicts, Crones, which looks like witches stirring a pot. You want to have all 3 of them because you get the most value having all 3. So we're going to go for each one really quickly. So the first one you want to place down to get more value for the other 2 Crones is Brewess. Brewess, basically, you're not too bothered about the ability. It will consume a card every time you put a Crone down. It has the charge to consume another card. Now you can use this ability to potentially eat a locked card that has no point being there, or any other card that that could be bleeding to stop the points going down on your side. Now when you place this down, then you place the other 2 crones down to get the most value, because they boost themselves every time you put a crone down. So the first one we're going to look at is Whispess. So Whispess basically damages the opponent by 2, but if you put a crone down beforehand, it will then double it. So we've already put 1 down, so it could be a value of 4. If you put another one before another one after that as well, it'll be a damage of 6 if this is the last card to be placed down. Then the other crone, which is Weavess, which basically does the opposite to damage. It boosts ourselves, so it will boost one of our unit by 2. If you place another one down, it'll go to 4, and then etc. will go to up to 6 if you do it in whichever order that you want to try and do. Then we have Adda. Adda is there for control, like Toad Prince. I always get them two mixed up for some reason. They look nothing like each other. But yeah, so this is basically important to play when you have dominance to get the full value off Adda. So as you can see, dominance is when you have the highest unit on your battle side of the battle side, and it will do the highest damage of 4. So you want to have this with Toad Prince to basically frustrate your opponent, eating their cards, damaging their cards, and with the crones as well. Then we have one of the insectoids, which is the lava cards. So these basically create Thrive. Now, you want to try and play these quite cleverly. You could play them in round 1 to get boosts while you're playing control cards, which is going to be obviously higher value than this. Or you could play it in the last round to try and get as much Thrive as possible to overwhelm your opponent. So Thrive, basically, if you play a card higher than this card, it will boost itself by 1. So that's basically what Thrive means. To support Thrive, we have high value cards such as Ice Giant. We have Wild Hunt Riders to also support Thrive, but also to thin our deck. This is probably the first card that we do put down in round 1, especially have Blue Coin. Then we have 2 Conquerors to support Thrive points. Now, these you need to obviously have Devotion. That means you have only monster cards in your deck, because if you don't have Devotion, it will then destroy itself. So these are really good to help with our Thrive points. Then another Thrive card, which is a really underrated card in my opinion, Drana. So Drana has 2 good things about it. It has Thrive, it damages an opponent by 2, and also it moves an opponent, a unit, into a different row. So for example, if someone had a melee only card to use or range, you then put it in the other row so you stop that ability. So quite an underrated card in my opinion, and also has Thrive on top, which is really good. So the organic cards that we have with Whispess Tribute is Feast of Blood. So basically what this does, it will purify a unit. So if someone puts a defender down, you can purify it so it has no defender ability, and also it damages it by 3. If you have vampires, it does 3 bleeding, but we don't have vampires, so don't worry about that ability. And then finally, the last organic card that we have is Natural Selection. So this is good for control. So this basically damages your opponent by 4 and kills some cards that we want to get rid of. Now, this actually has a good ability that if you damage and have excess points, you'll actually spawn a drone on your side. So pretty good control card to have in your deck. So this is the Thrive deck we're playing with Koshchey. So our game plan overall is to control round 1 with our control cards such as Toad, Adda, and also organic cards. And then if we have in round 3 all the cards that we need, we look to try and boost ourselves with Thrive points with high value units. Koshchey copying that, Kikimore Queen as well. So yeah, basically you can overwhelm your opponent because there's so much going on with high value units and also Thrive as well. So guys, watch the gameplay and hopefully you enjoy it and study what to do and try and play the deck to the best ability. What are we against? What's this? Is it immobilization? What is it called? Oh, Royal Inspiration. Okay, it's boosted down level. Okay, interesting. Right, so we want to probably have control in round 1, and then in round 2 we want okay, this is no use to us, is it? Round 2, then round 2 or 3, we will have we want have Thrive going. Okay. Right. Okay. So how many crones have we got? Have we got all of them? We've got the Brewess as well. No, we don't. I thought we had everyone. Okay, that's fine. Would have been nice to have all the crones in the first round. So let's go and we don't have dominance, unfortunately. Let's go and just put some Thrive and move that down. That has to be in the melee, doesn't it? Whenever you play a unit, gives it. Okay, that's fine. So that we're doing ourselves a favour moving that.
The wonders of projectiles and ranged weapons.
Right, so we have dominance, which comes in handy now, so we can thin our deck.
Left.
Going to kill that, right? Maybe? Is it going to boost it? Yeah. Shame we can't kill that first turn. Is that also a melee? Okay, let's go and then probably put our relic down. We'll get a bit of thrive points on that. And then if we can try and do as much damage as we can to one of these units, that'll be good. I feel like these are going to keep causing us trouble. You're going to copy another one of those? Oh, okay, that's fine. Again and again. I like this little setup, to be fair. Right, so we've now got to put something down to stop this happening. So we're going to control it a tiny bit. Or can we try and find actually a better card to control? Anything less than 4, maybe. Okay, let's go and let's go and eat that. Get us ahead. I know they're going to keep boosting. I feel we're going to struggle to stop this. A potential siege in this deck as well. That's fine, we keep ahead. So let's go and put another Whispess there. Put a Cronet, and then what should we go and damage here? Probably this. So I'm feeling confident winning the first round. I just need the correct cards in the next round, to be fair. Oof.
Go to hell, I ask you politely.
Bit of a strange selection this guy's got. Okay, yeah, we're going to use so just get extra value as well. Purifying damage that, would that be probably make sense? And give it bleeding. Purify and damage it. That's fine. They're only going to gain 2 points, so we go level. Oh no, that's gonna do. No, that's a Dream Crusher right there. That's a Dream Crusher card right there. Can't do anything about that. No, okay, we'll pass it. That just completely messed us up. Completely messed us up. Nice. Hopefully they get bled this round. So we're gonna have to probably put these control cards out of our hand and get. Oh, that's nice. In case I have a defender, let's keep that. Right, the question is, what do we put down? How many high value cards do we have? Quite a lot, so we probably do want to put a conqueror down. Okay, so that's fine.
Yet another horn for my collection.
Okay, so we don't have final say, but hopefully if we get... actually, no, we've got the cards really, haven't we? The ones that we want. Oh, we've got everything that we want. If we can get old spit... Oh, nice. If we can get, as well, the sleeping old spit. Nice. The rest, I'm being greedy, aren't I? Shall I be greedy? Okay, I was greedy. But no, actually, that's okay. That's okay. Question is, what do I put down first? Probably going to put you down for the minute. Save our back row, ready for our queen and Koshchey.
Awaiting your orders.
Let's go and put another thrive down, to be fair. And then potentially old spear tip. Just get thrive activated. Or should we go and eat that? We'll get thrive from that too. Let's go and let's go and eat that. Thrive activated. Not eat it, sorry, damage it. What did I say? Eat. Think of the wrong cards. I think of Toad, aren't I? Yeah. I feel like we're okay, to be fair. I don't think the opponent knows what's coming. It's got another one.
To arms!
Okay, old spear tip, you can now get into motion for me, please. Right, he's now got to think about an 18-point card coming out. Or a 12-point card. What does he prefer? He obviously wants 12. He's got to damage it. Oh, we've gone for the lock.
What can I do for you?
That's fine. That's perfect for us. Lock is absolutely perfect for us. Because now we're going to Caranthir into Koskchey, and then I shouldn't have another lock, surely. Yeah, I'll wait. I won't be greedy. I was going to put my leader charge down. Yeah, they're not going to catch up here. Okay, so then we're going to put Queenie down. We're just going to boost our row as we go. Good, let's go and put another Koskchey down at the back. Not going to hopefully clog ourselves too much.
Are you wounded? Again?
Want to keep damaging us. Only by one though. And then she who knows, big card coming down. No, look at that. Oh my word. Look at that. And then we've got another relic to come down as well to just keep boosting points. This is looking good, to be fair. Oh, sorry, I've got to pass my friend. He's desperate, desperate. He's desperate. So it's going probably damage that, because that's gonna probably do inspired and duel, and then throw this down and just wait for the big numbers to come out. Front row, please. Right, what are you gonna do now, my friend? Look at that, almost touching 100 points. GG, GG, GG. Unless you've got Igni or Yarden, then I'm in trouble. No. No. Not enough, my friend. Good effort. GG. Perfect. So that is the Thrive deck, guys, that we're going to use, which you can overwhelm your opponent easily, especially if you get the great cards in your hand, such as control cards, and then leading onto the Thrive cards in the last round that you play. If this video did help you, don't forget to subscribe, like this video as well, and write a comment below, are you going to use this deck, or what do you think about this deck if you're going to use it? Also, guys, I live stream on Twitch, so check me out on Twitch at Normal Life Gaming. Links below, and also other links below as well is the deck as well, so you can import it in deck. But yeah, hopefully I can see you in my Twitch channel, and I'll catch you all in my next video.